Gucci bag, lady. Excuse me, y'all. I got this little head wrap. Reminds me of Erykah Badu. I gotta do my hair. Alright, this is R&B Divas Atlanta Season 3, Episode 2. It first starts off with Monifa talking to Therese about the wedding, and how they want a destination wedding, but wherever they go to, whatever island, whether it's Bahamas or whatever, excuse me, y'all, it has to be LGBT friendly, and that's Therese's main concern. Monifa's just happy to make some wedding plans, basically. She's excited on how she's gonna look, that's her excitement. So, we skip on to that. It's real short, a little boring. Alright, next it goes on to Selena is at dinner with Wayne Williams, and she's worked with Wayne Williams, Wayne Williams, and R. Kelly. I remember R. Kelly mentioning Wayne Williams in a couple of his songs. And he's telling Selena that she has gotten some offers on the table from Sony Red, I think it's BMF. And, these are great offers. Then he tells her, but me and R. Kelly are setting up a record label. And what is it? Planet? Spaceship? Some shit. But, and they want Selena to be their first, artist. And, it's all great. She's taken back, and he's like, how much music do you have? And Selena's like, I got one song. He's like, what? Like, we can't go to these labels without any music. And she got to get her shit together. She got about 30 days to come up with the whole album. And right now she's just, now she's got all this pressure on how she's going to get this music done. And she tells Wayne, I need you to help me get a producer because I was working with Bangladesh. Then Bangladesh got real busy on me and didn't have time for me. And it makes me think, he got busy on you, and don't he have an obligation to you? He must not take you serious. Then she says she worked on the one song with Cajun, and she's begging Wayne for his help, basically, so they can get this done. And, he says she's going to try to see what he can do, but, she got a lot to get done. She need about 12 songs in 30 days. Alright, and Selena and Monifa goes to the Couch World Foundation. They do a walk somewhere in Atlanta, somewhere here. And, Couch World is a foundation that Tamika Foster started. That's Usher's ex-wife. Her son died almost 2 years ago in a jet ski accident in Lake Lanier. And she started this foundation, and Selena and Monifa and Selena's sister Celicia and her mother Brenda, they all are walking through like this woods. You can tell it's cold as hell because they got on these big old coats and stuff all under they t-shirts. And so Monifa, they're walking with Donna Richards. What is it? Donna Richards? I think it's Donna Richards or Donna Richardson. It's Tom Joyner's ex-wife, and they're all walking, and Monifa, spills the beans on how she wants to get liposuction. And that's not the right thing to tell somebody who's a fitness coach, that basically you're going to cheat, and instead of working it out, you're going to, get the fat sucked out of you. And Brenda, who is Selena's mom, like, girl, don't let them suck that fat out of you. And then, Donna's like, no, you don't need to do that. You need to keep on working out. And, Monique was like, that's all well and all, but, I'm getting it sucked out. Plain on, that's it. So then they leave, everyone else leave, and Mo and Selena stay at the park, and they're talking about, Selena asked Monifa, have you talked to Kiki since that whole, engagement party incidents where Kiki start acting crazy and Mo and Kiki just get into it, and Kiki's face is all up in Mo's face. And, they just talking about how they thrown back by it, and Selena's like, okay, well, what really got me is when she tried to headbutt you, she was like, oh no, this is going too far. And I honestly, I don't think Kiki tried to headbutt her. She was all up in her personal space. She was wrong for that. She was all up in her personal space, and she was all in her face, but Kiki's crazy, and she lives by her emotion. She's emotionally unstable. And all crazy people ain't bad people. But she loves Mom. I don't think she was gonna hit her. I really don't. I don't think she was gonna hit her. I think she just got up a little to her face. She just don't know the line and when not to cross it. But yeah, they're going on about that, and they thrown off about Kiki and how they need to talk to her about it. So, hold on, y'all. Oh, then they go on. After that, they go to the next scene with Mila and Music. And Music is Mila from 702, one of the new girls. Music is Mila's baby daddy. And they're dealing with their 4-year-old son, and their 4-year-old son has autism. And, they're dealing with co-parenting a child that has autism. And really, I thought they were still together, because when Mila came on, who was that? KKN, Candy Coated Nights, a couple of years ago, she was talking about, Music, my baby daddy, I love him, can't wait to get home to him. She was all goofy or whatever. So I thought they were still together. And, even if they're not together, they seem like they have a great relationship, that they get along just fine. So Music starts to talk, and he tells her, I don't want you to worry about this, but, that's your motherly instincts. And I don't want to take that away from you, but I think everything's going to be just fine. And how he thinks that, he grew up in a house with a whole bunch of boys, and before they started diagnosing everything, it would be just, the boys would go through this and they would grow out of it. And I don't want to seem insensitive or offend anyone, but really, I think that Music is in denial. Now, I have a brother that has autism, and, you really don't grow out of autism. So, and it's hard when parents first realize that their child has autism or a problem. It's hard for them to accept, but, sometimes it is what it is. Back then, they might not have just known what it was, but, you just have to accept it. You have to keep moving on with it, and everything will be fine. Now, what I don't like is how they drug kids up. I'm not for that. Don't drag them up. There's other ways to get through it. Alright, let me go on, y'all. Got a little off topic. Alright. Then Kiki and Latavia. Latavia is the other new member. Latavia from Destiny's Child. They meet up at lunch to talk about the whole blow up at the engagement party. And Latavia really wants to just know what happened, because she was thrown off about Kiki just blowing up. So Kiki tells her, I don't understand what happened, I think I had a bad day, and it was just too much. And she starts to cry like, I don't, I don't understand what happened. And then Latavia's like, oh, Kiki, don't cry. Kiki, don't cry. And Kiki's like, no, I do this. I'm a big sissy girl. I'm like, yeah, Latavia get, used to it. Because Kiki cries just about every episode. She is really, controlled by her emotions. And Latavia says the same thing in how she understands. I think Latavia is such a sweetheart. I know she's really shy. She also was on Candy Coated Nights, Candy's little web show that comes on. They used to come on Wednesday nights, and she was on there. And I remember they asked Latavia to sing, and Latavia was like, no, but she was really shy. And I'm shy. I'm very shy actually. When I actually met Candy, remember I went up to Candy and asked her to be my mentor or whatever for songwriting. And, it took me a while to build up the courage to actually ask her. And I had came far, I had came a ways and spent about $40 to come see her. So, sorry, y'all. But, yeah, I understand being shy, but she's actually been in this business for a long time. Especially if you're going to be a singer, you have to build up the courage to be confident enough in yourself and to be able to sing. So she was really shy. When Candy asked Latavia to sing, she wouldn't do it. But I still feel that she's a sweetheart. Alright. So this is where I got lazy on my notes. And I did not continue to write. So we're going to go off the head. So, Selena and Celicia. Celicia is Selena's sister / manager. And Selena is talking to Celicia about how they need to get the album done in 30 days. She got this and that and all kind of stuff to do within this little bit of time. And Celicia's like, wow. She was like, I ain't gonna be able to help you with that. I can't help you with the stuff I got now. And, she's very unmotivated. And, Selena goes and says that, she was like, I want to be here for you. And I get that you're unmotivated. And because you're unmotivated, I am. And then they revealed that, Celicia, I think last season, she had got pregnant. And when she was 7 months pregnant, she ended up, having a miscarriage. The baby stopped breathing and the heart stopped beating. And she ended up having to deliver a stillborn baby for 30 hours. And after that, it was just really hard to take on all the other responsibilities that came on with Selena's music career. And that part was sad. I really feel sorry for her, especially if, if that was a child that she had really been working hard on. I think that might be her first child, I think. And, I'll pray for her. But, yeah, it's a lot to handle. And Selena says, even though, you gotta go through stuff and you have to mourn, this industry, it does not stop. It keeps going. Basically, like the saying goes, life goes on. So people are going to keep moving on. And, basically what they need to do is bring in some more help while Celicia tries to get herself together. Because she definitely needs the time to mourn and to pull herself together. So then, later on, Celicia and Selena are talking to their mama Brenda. And their mama Brenda is a trip. They ask her why she buys so many scratch-off tickets. And she buys scratch-off tickets every day. She gonna be saying, girl, I be winning. She got a problem. She's a professional scratch-off lottery ticket buyer. And then they started talking about, how Celicia how Selena needs to hire more management to help Salisha because she has so much on her plate and she's already emotionally in a bad, state of mind. So, Mama Brenda starts saying, well, I help, I'm pretty good with business. I knows about business. I watch Facebook and what did she say? I look into YouTube or the internet or something. They was like, Ma, you cannot watch Facebook. That's how we know you don't know what you're doing. And then she was like, yeah, I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll be here. And I'm glad that her mother's being supportive because last season when she came on, she wasn't happy to see her mama. She wasn't happy for her mother to live with her because they bump heads. But, that's a good thing that her mother is willing to contribute to make things better. But, yeah, that would be something to see. That lady don't know a damn thing about business at all. She just running her mouth. She don't even realize that Facebook is a social network. If you don't watch it, you network on it. And talking about she would call promoters and stuff. No, you don't need that. She might mess up some businesses. Okay, the best thing for her to do probably is to sit back. Maybe she should be an assistant. That's probably something she could do. Salisha says, you know what, I don't know about you managing, but I am going to take you up on your offer of helping. I just don't know what that's going to be. But maybe they can find something that'll fit her. And then, okay. Let's go on. Let's move on. Let me think, because I'm thinking off the dome here. Watched this last night. Kiki and Monifa. Kiki goes to Monifa's apartment. First, Kiki's greeted by Monifa's new cat. And that cat ain't playing with her. It's like he know what Kiki did to Monifa. Because he about to whip her ass. So then, she's like, oh, your cat don't like me. So then they sit down and they start talking about what happened at the engagement party. And then Kiki's like, well, you know what? I think that it was all in how you reacted to the situation. I don't understand why you responded to me like that. When it was just a joke, I was just joking. And Monifa's telling her, like, Kiki, you got problems. Like, she was like, one, I don't know why you coming there starting that bullshit. And you didn't even call me. Like, it's you. You do this where you make this all about yourself. And Kiki's like, I make everything about myself. She's like, yes, you make everything about yourself. Kiki acts like she's shocked, like she doesn't realize that she the common denominator in a lot of this shit. And I really don't think that Kiki is a bad person. I just think she don't know. She's emotionally unstable. And, she needs some help. She needs probably a prayer and a therapist, to keep on moving on. Cause she gets so caught up in things that she actually does make everything about herself. And Monifa was like, yes, you basically, you was messing up my engagement party. And you didn't even call me to talk about it or anything. And then she was like, well, I sent you after I left, I sent you a sad face. And Monifa was like, Kiki, we are grown. You use your words to communicate with me. In which I was sitting there like, come on, Kiki, now. You 30-something years old. You like 32? Come on now. You know better than that. That's how you communicate with people. That's how you apologize to somebody with sad face emojis. Come on now. You got more sense than that. So then, Monifa says, it gets to the point where I don't even know if I should extend an invitation out to you on my special day. And then Kiki starts to realize, okay, well, maybe I really am the problem. And they tell her, I don't know if this was Monifa, excuse me, y'all. I don't know if this was Monifa or Selena. I think Selena had to talk to Kiki and told her that, yeah, it was Selena. Sometimes you pile all the stuff on you and you can't carry the weight. And it becomes so much that you start to crack under pressure. So then, after the discussion with Monifa and Kiki goes to the house and she talks to her brother Kiva. And she tells him, I feel like, I can't breathe and my chest feel all heavy and I feel like I'm gonna swallow my tongue. And with her country accent, we'll work on my country accent in a minute. With her country accent, she's really country. But she was like, I need your help. I got a lot going on. I need your help. And he agrees, that he'll help her out. Of course, he needs to help her out if he living at her house. You really ain't got no choice but to help me out. But, yeah, that's it for R&B Divas. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I forgot to tell y'all about the part with Mila and Music goes into the studio. So Mila can get her head off of her son about, worrying about her son all the time. And she's singing in the studio. And she sounds really good. And she talks about reintroducing herself. And, since she wants to reintroduce herself, I think that goes what I said on the last video, is that they should do the showcase that Angie offered them. Because they're not the same. You're not the same Mila from 702. You're not with the group anymore. So you need to reintroduce yourself as a new artist, because you are a new artist. Nobody knows who Mila is, the artist. They know who 702 is. So, that she needs to do the showcase. They're working on the song, and her, Corey, her Music is in there working on it. Then her manager, Corey, comes in. And if y'all ever watch SWV, y'all know who Corey is. And Corey was SWV manager. And then he got demoted to tour manager. And I'm thinking, she says, we're going to get far with Music, helping me writing and producing, and Corey being my manager. And I'm thinking, oh, shit. She just don't know. Corey must be her new manager. I'm hoping Corey gets himself together, but on SWV, Corey was not pulling it together. Maybe that's how they edited and make him look, but Lord help her. She might need her new manager, because Corey is not the one. Alright, so that's it for R&B Divas Atlanta Season 3. I'll be back to do another R&B Divas next Wednesday or Thursday night, And I'll be back on the finale of the Housewives reunion on Sunday night. So, like, comment, and subscribe, share. And until then, watch my old reviews. Well, I just started like last week, so watch my reviews that's already been uploaded. Thanks and peace, y'all.